You and your wife recently made a contribution to United Negro College Fund and to Morehouse College and to Spelman College. Why did you decide to do that? Is that not your largest philanthropic contribution, any one gift?
No, it's not the largest, but it's the loudest or sort of the most public. We tend to mostly be very quiet about these things, but we wanted to show solidarity for Black education, and Black education is so critical to economic mobility, political mobility, and the sense of belonging. And the challenge, for us as a culture is really the legacy of slavery. And it continues to be a tremendous scar across the soul of America. And it's, awful, and it's so bad that it's hard to look at and talk about, and it's so hard to look away. And we really haven't come to terms with the legacy of slavery in our country. So this, modest donation, again, relative to the needs, is really about, Black economic gains and education.
So the story that I read was that you were originally considering a gift of maybe 1/10 that size, and then the last minute you increased it. When you called the head of the United Negro College Fund, was he surprised, or what made you change your mind?
Well, I've known the head of UNCF for a decade, and he's taught me a lot about race in America. And we've been a donor for a number of years. But it was really the current time that got us to make such a substantial and frankly public donation to, again, bring attention to the role of the HBCUs, the historically Black colleges and universities, like Morehouse and Spelman, and to support their work, because they do develop thousands and thousands of Black leaders throughout this country. And they're a really positive part of our education system. And because white capital tends to flow to white organizations, there's relative capital isolation in the same way that we have social isolation. And so, we wanted to be part of building those bridges.
Now, the industry that I've been in, the financial service industry, is not replete with as much success as it would like in terms of minority hiring. And the technology industry is probably somewhat that way as well. Is there something that you can do at Netflix to enhance your minority hiring among the executives and your other employees?
Well, we publish the data, and we've made every quarter, and we've made great progress, and we've doubled our number of African-American employees over the last 3 years. And, that's throughout the business, but in particular in the media side. Our tech side is still underrepresented, as is in the field. So we have a long way to go, but we're, trying to make those efforts not only, again, for African Americans, but for many underrepresented groups, both in America and frankly around the world.